Hello, this is Franco from My IT and Cybersecurity Journey, and today we will be going over Scenario 3, the Vault Heist. This scenario goes over secrets, specifically creating each type of secret, so TLS, generic, and Docker registry secrets. Uh, I won't go over into too much depth on uh, what each of these secrets really are made for, but feel free to read the documentation on secrets here on Kubernetes.io as for why we make each type of secret. Uh, but I did want to give a quick overview just so you have an understanding for this scenario. Generic secrets are pretty much used for standard environment variable injection. TLS secrets would be for a pod to be able to use, or a container TLS certificates, and Docker registry secrets would be for private registries so that you can store credentials, in an encrypted format and be able to pull images from a repository without having to authenticate every single time. And so some of the learning objectives we'll go over, we're going to go over injecting secrets as environment variables, mounting secrets as volumes, and use image pool secrets for private registries, which are all things that you might come across when taking your certified Kubernetes application developer certification. And so it covers these exam relevance topics. And so let's go ahead and start. So for the first requirement, we are asked to create a generic secret named app credentials with this, and this is all being asked of us to be done in the Vault namespace. So for this, we are going to want to do kconfig set-context. Oops. And we are going to do it in the namespace Vault. So just to make sure we are in here, we can do kget pods, and we can see that no resources are found in the Vault namespace. So to create a secret, we can do it imperatively. It's just like a config map as in the last video. So if we do kcreate-secret-h, we get a list of commands. So we can either do a Docker registry, a generic, or a TLS type secret. So for the first one, we are asked to create a generic secret. So if we run kcreate-secret generic-h, we get a list of options. So the type of secret to create, we don't have to specify that because we're already putting generic. And so we're going to, just like a config map, we're going to do from literal, and we can do a dry server, a dry run at the client level just to see and output it as YAML, what it would look like. Just so you're aware, when you go ahead and create a secret, it does encrypt your values in base64 format. So when you describe or get the secret and output its YAML, it will be encrypted. You will not be able to see the values that you set imperatively. So let's go ahead and begin. So we're going to do a generic secret by the name of app credentials. And we're going to do from literal. And so our first key is going to be username, and it's going to be equal to admin. And we're going to do another from literal. And our second key is going to be password with the secure password. And we are just going to run a try. We're not going to do that. Actually, we're just going to create it because we are already in there. So kget secret. And so if I were to run kget secret -yaml, as you would see, it would show the base64 encrypted value. You can change this to use your preferred encryption. So, for example, I've seen SHA-512 sum as an encryption level, and that can be done through a variety of ways, but that is out of scope for the CKAD, so I won't go over that here. But if we were to do echo-n and then pipe it into base64-d to decrypt, we can see that our password is encrypted in base64 and that our value does match. Now we're going to create a TLS secret named Vault TLS from the certificate files. So we're going to run create secret TLS, and just to view the help, so we're going to call it Vault TLS, and so our cert, and so we're just going to specify the path to that certificate file, which is going to be here, and then we will also do the key path, which is going to be here, and we're going to go ahead and create that. And so we're going to run get secret vault TLS YAML. Again, it would be encrypted, but if you were to decrypt it, which you can at any moment because it's all in base64, so you can do echo -n, and this would be good for when you are taking the exam or just doing labs in general, so you can verify your work. As you can see, it decrypts, and I can see here that this is my private key, my TLS key that I specified. And so lastly, we are going to create a Docker registry type secret named registry creds. So create secret of type docker -registry, and we're going to do the -h just to see our options down here. So the name is going to be registry creds. Whoops. And let me close that here. And so we have a couple fields, but we can see here that the username is going to be equal to deployer, our Docker email is going to be equal to deployer@example.com. Our docker-server is going to be equal to registry.example.com. Whoops. Gosh darn it. Server is registry@example.com. And finally, I believe we have username, email, server. We're missing the password. So I believe the password is --docker-password, just like the command. And our password is going to be equal to deploy. And so our secrets get created. We're just going to verify with get secrets. And we can see we have 3 secrets, 1 opaque, 1 Docker config, and 1 TLS. So we're going to verify that step now. So now we're going to deploy a pod with these various secrets. So first we're going to create a pod named secure app in the Vault namespace with the following configuration. Let's go ahead and begin. We're going to run krun. The pod name is going to be web app. The image is going to be nginx 1.24. And we're going to mount secrets. We're also going to mount environment variables. And we are also going to do an image pull secret. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to try run equals client. Our output is going to be in YAML. And we're going to want to save that to a file. So I'm going to call this web app-pod.yaml. So from here, the way we can do it for the first one, the second one, for a secret mount, we want to mount app credentials secret as a volume at etsy/secrets/app. So we'll go ahead and look at the Kubernetes documentation. And the tip I've given before is to look for the kind pod. We can see that just like a config map, we can just mount the volume at the pod level, name it, and we're going to do secret, followed by the secret name. And then we can mount the secret by calling it in our volume mounts at the container level and specify the mount path. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this so I can just paste it into my my pod at the pod level. So let's paste this here. So I have volumes. Right now it's not at the pod level, so I have to delete a couple. And so it is an array. So I'll just keep it the same, secret volume. And so the secret is going to be the secret name that we specified earlier. So that'll be app-credentials. And so I can also go ahead here and copy the volume mount. We're not going to use the read-only specification for this example. So we're going to go here to the pod level. I'm just going to delete that resources. And so it's probably going to mess up the indentation here when I paste it. And so we're just going to go back to under the container level. And so it's an array, so I want that. I can get rid of this. And so only thing I'm going to change is the mount path, because it's telling me here that I want my mount path to be at here. So that's that for that secret. So we created a volume called secret volume using the secret by the name of app credentials, and then we mounted the secret volume to Etsy secrets app. Next, we're going to set environment variables. So the way we do that, and I do believe that is here. It might not. Here. When you take the CKAD, or when you're doing any lab examples, you want to look this up. So define container environment variables using secret data. This is also found from here, the secrets documentation. And so it'll give you an example. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go ahead and under the env specifications, so under spec.containers.env, we're going to want to do, again, it's an array. So we're going to specify our environment variable name, where the value is coming from. It's going to be a secret keyref. You could, for a config map, it would be a config map keyref. But for what we're doing now, we're going to use a secret keyref. And then you would specify the name of the secret and the key that we are wanting to pull. So we can copy this and paste it under our containers here. And so I'm going to have to fix the indentation here, more than likely. And so the first one is going to be db user. And it's going to pull the value from the secret keyref by the name of app-credentials. And the name of that key is going to be username, right, as we said it earlier. Then we're going to want to do another one. So name, we're going to do another one called db password. The value is coming from a secret key ref. And the name of the secret is again app-credentials. And then the key name. So the key value pair, we're going to do the key name in the secret is going to be password, because that contained our value from earlier. And so then we have an image pool secret, which I haven't done. So I can just use k.explain, or k-explain, I mean, pods.spec.containers, and I imagine it's under here, image pull secret. No worries. We can do, under the spec, we can do a recursive search, and we can grab for image. So we can see image pull secrets is actually under the spec. And so it's an optional list of references to secrets in the same namespace. As you can see, it's an array, and it just goes to the name. So we're just going to use the registry creds. So to do that, we're going to go back to our YAML. And so under the spec, so we can do it here after the volume mount, or the volumes on the pod level. We're going to do image pull secret, and we're just going to specify the name, which is going to be registry creds. And so we missed something. Let's see, line 13. Let's see what I messed up here. Probably from copy and pasting. Let's see. What did I get wrong? Line 13. So somewhere here, under volume mounts, secret volume, Etsy secrets app. This looks right, but this is wrong. Secret volume. Let's see. Go back here. So the volume and the volume mount name looks like a volume mount. So this has to be on par with the name. Missing another one, so let's see what's wrong on line 30. Looks like for the volumes, what did I do wrong here? Name and secret are on the same level, and secret name is indented, so that's what I messed up. I always gotta pay attention to that when you copy and paste from the documentation, because it will mess you up on the exam. Spec image pull secret. Okay, explain pods.spec.image pull secret. Is that right? What did I do earlier? Pods.spec image pull secret. I'm missing an S. See? This is why all these commands are important, because you will make silly mistakes like this, and this is what's going to cost you in the exam. But as long as you use the proper commands to know what you are doing wrong, it will save you on the exam. And so the pod is created, which you want to make sure the pod runs. So I just want to run a kdescribe pod web app. Okay, it started. It's running, so that means it's good. If we check, validation failed. Really? It might be an error with how I have the verification script set up. So I will fix that. It's probably because I need to remove this, because this isn't necessary, the read only. But it looks like I got everything else right. We're just going to verify here with the web app pod. We'll have silly mistakes like this because I'm still setting up some of the scenarios up, but let's see. Image pull secrets by the name of registry creds. That's good, and that is under the pod level. Containers, I have db underscore user, value from app credentials, key username, and I also have, it might be this, this is probably what's killing me. Watch that be it. That might have been it. The space. Killer code is very finicky when it comes to verification, so you gotta be careful with that. Oh, it still failed. Okay. There might be the read only here under the volume mount. So I'm probably gonna remove that in case that causes issues. Let's see. Let's see if me fixing it actually takes care of it. So it is under the volume. Under the mount path, right? Is that where I specified it? Yeah. So I just set that boolean here. Whoops. And, let's see if it actually lets it. No, so I gotta fix a script for that, but you can just skip it. If you ever come across this, because this will happen from time to time with the way Killer Kodo verifies stuff, uh, just go ahead and verify the solution with the YAML you've created. So I mean, we can just verify like I have the image pool secrets. You know, it could be something as silly that it wasn't specified at the top like I had in the solution. It's literally stuff like that sometimes. But as long as you did it right here, by looking at the solution, you know, we're pretty much good to go. Because if I were to, for example, exec into the pod, I bet you I would see like most of this. So we can just verify. That's really, in scope of the CKAD, you always want to verify, uh, you know, inside of the pod that your stuff is in there. So we can see here that our secret from earlier, I mean, our values are here, the DB user, the DB pass, uh, from our secret. And so next we want to verify the volume out. So we can run a cat on Etsy secrets / app. I don't know what's there, I forgot. Let me see. Oh, yeah, so we can do that. So / password, just to verify that. And username, so I mounted the secret as a volume, and we have two, you know, the keys are the file name, and then the values are inside of the file. And then the registry creds, which we can't really test right now, but as long as it looks just like the YAML and it's working as intended, you can skip it. And so we can verify the circuit configuration. Just check it. It'll yeah, it'll fucking fail, but really, the way we can verify image pool secrets is configured to the pod is by doing a k describe pod web app. And so it's somewhere here. Alright, we can verify this from the environment. See that. The mounts are also here. And as for the image pool secrets, let's see, I don't recall. Secure app. That's probably why. I think I forgot to change the name. Oh yeah, I did mess this up, so I named it web app pod, but it should have been secure app. That's probably why. Whoops, I'm silly, guys. And so we can do this. Image pool secrets is not saying it's defined, but it is. Not sure why that's not showing up. But you might not come across the image pool secrets. I was pretty sure that showed up when you described the pod, so I'm surprised it didn't. Let's try this. Well, it is what it is. As long as everything validates properly, we're good to go. But that is it. You know, just remember this is how you can create stuff imperatively. Really, that's important thing. And then just verifying that the work that you did is going to be the most important part when taking this exam. You really, 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 really have to verify what you did. Let's actually ask Google how to verify image pool secrets. Now you guys have me going down a rabbit hole because that didn't work. So it should be there. Okay, so it should be in the spec. If it's in the spec, that's all that matters. So you don't always have to describe a pod, because sometimes stuff won't show up when you describe a pod. But if I were to do secure app-OYAML, I bet you it'll be here. Let me pipe that into less so I can do image. Yeah, So this is what matters. You want to see this in the YAML, because if Kubernetes creates your YAML without error, that means that what you configured is indeed there, which is what you care about for the exam. Because if it's in the YAML, when it's getting verified, it will count towards your score. So that's what matters. And with that, we are done with this scenario. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you.